I think Dami is being very selfish and Chris is right about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Movies. I'm Lydia and I'm your host for today. So today we are talking about Little Black Book episode 8. Yeah, this episode was somehow sorrowful. Yeah, let me put it that way. Somehow sorrowful. Everyone was going through hard times. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. So I'll start with our dear friend Tade, who is going out with Alaji. Let me call him Alaji for now. She's going out with Alaji, like they are going on a date. And then she receives a call. Okay, his name is Haruna. And then she receives a call from Dami apologizing for what she did the other time, because the other time she also expressed her feelings to Tade that I'm not like you who doesn't know what she wants, and it was just too much. It was very harsh. So as friends, it's just fair to apologize when you feel you have wronged your other person. So after that scene, we see Leo also. No, after that scene is the blackmail scene. Now Madeline is in a state of dilemma at the moment. One thing about people blackmailing is that when they start, there's no way they are going to finish. They will never stop unless you put a stop to it. We should always bear this in mind. When we are being blackmailed, we should at least trust someone to tell, honestly, because it's a state that you are confused. You feel that any decision you take will not work, and it's a state that you need someone who is sensible. I don't know how to say, but at least you have friends you trust. Tell them about it. Tell one person about it. The person will tell you what to do, because this is not a state that you need to be alone. This is not a state that you need to isolate yourself from others. You need to sit with someone you trust. That is when you are being blackmailed. In Madeline's case, she didn't think it twice that when she gives the lady what she wants, she will come back again. She never thought it twice that when she gives Gladys what she wants, she will come back again. And now Madeline finds herself wanted. She sends the document to Gladys, and then Gladys, like, she didn't even appreciate it. She didn't even appreciate it. And I don't know how come Madeline never thought that Gladys will not she won't stick to her words. She will never stick to her words. As she said earlier, I'm going to be on your neck until, let's say, you kill me, you hide me under a construction. Like, she's saying the fact. She's never going to let you be alone. And what is the reason for the blackmail or the threat? The threat is that if you don't do what I want you to do, I'll expose you and your husband, your pastor husband, and you've been cheating with your boss. Like, this is something that for now you'll be confused because you didn't know what to do. But what I suggested, that the first thing is to be open with your husband. Tell your husband this is it. Accept that you are at fault, because sometimes we need some trigger, like we need something to trigger us before we will come back to our senses. So right now that Gladys has blackmailed you, accept that you are at fault. Go to your husband and ask for forgiveness. He's a pastor. He will not also want to leave you, because the congregation will be asking questions. And what's the reason why you left your wife, or what's the reason why your wife left you? Is because she was cheating. You see, it doesn't really matter. So you guys will just solve it amicably. And then, so when the person who is blackmailing you threatens you with something, when you weigh the two, you don't even need to weigh. You always have to go forward to the person. You have to face your fears. Let the person know that, I've made mistakes in the past, but you cannot use that against me. You don't have any audacity to use it against me. But Madeline was just too scared. She was confused, so she couldn't express what she felt like saying. And now Gladys is taking advantage of it. Gladys is really taking serious advantage. She's not going to stop today, tomorrow, the next year. Like, she'll stop when she's dead, as she said. And it's a very dangerous thing for us to find ourselves in. In a previous episode, Dami told Tade that she was pregnant, and then Tade was like, yes, I'm happy about it. And like, they were sharing excited, but she wasn't excited. I don't know why, now that Dami has decided to tell her boyfriend about her pregnancy. I don't know why she even told him. If you knew very, very well Chris wants you guys to get married. Yes, you know very well the man wants you to get married. And you know he would really be happy if you give him a child. So if you want to go and get rid of the child, like I don't see the point. You know that telling him he's never going to agree to it. He's never going to agree to it. It means what you are doing is a wrong thing to do. It's a very, very wrong decision you are making. And I like the way Chris is acting, behaving towards Dami. You know, sometimes when people take advantage of your leniency, you have to let them know that you have a strict side as well. You just don't want to show it to them because you love them. And now that I see Chris distancing himself a little bit, like I'm happy about it. Now that Dami too has told Chris that I'm pregnant, and Chris like, don't abort. You don't need to abort it. What do you need right now, Dami? There are people who get pregnant who are very young. They don't even have a job. They are schooling, like they don't have a job. They don't even know how their future will be like. But you, at least, you are an adult. You are working. You are making money. Because of a promotion, you want to get rid of a child. If you weren't ready, why did you go ahead to have sex? Like, if you weren't ready, why did you go ahead to make love? Knowing perfectly well that it will result in childbirth, like it will result in production of babies. So, Dami, you are being very selfish. Yes, I agree with Chris and what he said. Your mom was a single mother and then she still stood by you, took care of you. You know, being a single parent, you have 1,001 reasons to get rid of your child, but your mom said, no, I know what the future brings. I know you can come and shine on me, but because you need a future today, you are thinking of yourself today, you are leaving the child behind. If your mom wanted to get rid of you some years back, she would have done it so easily, so easily. So Dami, you're just being too selfish and just need someone to counsel you. And I like the decision that Chris told her. So Chris said, I'm not forcing you not to abort the child. Do it. Like, I liked how he told Dami the situation. I liked how he expressed his feelings to Dami. You need to get this inside your head because you are acting like a baby. Because of a position you want at the office, you don't want to take care of your own life. I don't know how to say, but your company, once they feel you are not important to them, they can get rid of you at any time. Because I don't know how to say, you should have a life. Dami needs to have a life. She really needs to have a life. She shouldn't only focus on the fact that she needs a promotion. Are you waiting to be a trillionaire before you start having children? Then by then I don't know how old you be. And moreover, you're a woman. You know, women, we get to a menopause stage and then we cannot have kids again. But now that you are young, that you are supposed to make hay while the sun shines, we are saying you want to postpone it. And to make matters worse, you are with a man who loves you. You are with a man who is understanding. You are with a man who is working. Like, goodness, Dami, you need to change your mind. You really, really need to change your mind about this. You really, really need to think twice about the decision you want to take. Let's say a word of prayer for Dami. Like, she's so much confused at this moment. She's so much confused. She's caught between her relationship and her work. Let's hope she makes a good decision. I would suggest she has the child, like she gives birth and then have a life. You know, you don't have to forget about having a life while making a living. So let's say a word of prayer for Dami. On Tade's part, seeing or being on a date with Haruna, like, you know, sometimes when you get to a certain stage in life, everything seems dark. And funny enough, coincidentally, everyone you call is busy. And you'd be like, wow, these really my friends. Like, we get to such situations in our lives. The point or the part where you need someone to talk to, that is when it's either the call will not go through or they will not pick up. And this is a time we need to reflect on ourselves, that the people who love us are just a stone throw away. They are not far from us. And when we get confused like this, we just relax and then think things through and reflect on the situations that we are in. Yeah. So for Dami, I don't know. I pray she makes a good decision. Yeah. For Madeline, I'm wishing her all the best. Like, this episode was very emotional. I'm sure you felt same. It was very, very emotional. Madeline, like, I'm wishing all the best for her. She needs to end it. If she doesn't end it, Gladys is just going to mess with her anyhow, and end it the earlier the better. Some of us may find ourselves in such situations. Please end it now. The earlier the better. To make it worse, or to make the matter, it is even better to be at peace with yourself. When let's say your spouse is having doubts or something, at least you're at peace with yourself. So Madeline, please end it now. I'll end it here for today. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments box. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. My name is Lydia once again. Till next time, bye.